La mia cara vita dolce.
Welcome to our podcast program about Vittoria Aleotti. Vittoria Aleotti was an Italian composer known for her contributions to sacred music during the Renaissance and the early Baroque periods. Hello, Vittoria. I've been curious about your life. Can you tell us more about this?
Hi Irene, I was born in Ferrara. My father's name was Giovanni Aleotti, a respected architect.
Did you enter on a convent?
Yes, I did. I was in the convent of San Vito in Ferrara.
How was your musical career?
My music was recognized for sacred composition, particularly motets and other vocal works.
Can you explain us what a motet is?
A motet is a type of vocal religious music.
What was the most notable publication that you did?
It was Sacrae Cantiones.
What type of music was associated with your music?
With the rich musical tradition of Italian convents.
What was your contribution to the convent?
To establish its reputation for musical excellence.
Why are you remembered in the convent?
In the beginning, I was one of the few women to publish music during this period.
What did you work in?
I remain a testament to the creative and intellectual contributions of women in religious life.
I have to go. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to us and see you on the next podcast. Hello, welcome to our new podcast about female composers in the Renaissance. Today we are with Raffaella Aleotti. Hello, Raffaella, how are you today?
Hello everyone, I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast.
Okay, so please, Raffaella, tell us about your life in the Renaissance.
Okay, I was born in 1570 and I was an Italian composer of the late Renaissance and early Baroque periods. I am considered one of the earliest known female composers of sacred music.
Oh, that's very interesting. And Raffaella, how did you start your composer career?
Well, because I had an exceptional music talent, I entered the convent of San Vito in Ferrara. I used to be a nun, but then I became the director of the convent's choir.
Please, can you tell us about your best music work?
I think one of my most famous work is Ego Flows Campi.
And what type of music is it?
It's a motet. It consists of a polyphonic vocal composition that uses sacred texts sung in Latin.
That's interesting. And was it difficult to you to be a woman composer in the Renaissance?
Well, because I composed it in a convent, it was a little easier. However, in the Renaissance, not many women were composers.
In conclusion, Raffaella Aleotti was an extraordinary woman. She had a pioneer role in sacred music, and she broke gender barriers in musical composition during the Renaissance.
So thank you very much to visit our podcast, Raffaella.
Thank you for inviting me.
Have a
nice day.
Bye.
Hi, we are Sergio, Álvaro García, Álvaro Vicente, and María Luisa, and we are going to talk with Claudia Sessa. Claudia Sessa was an Italian composer, singer, and organist during the late Renaissance and early Baroque periods. She is known for her contributions to sacred music, particularly with the religious community.
So, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I was Claudia Sessa. I was an Italian composer, singer, and organist. I'm known for the sacred music, particularly with the religious community.
How was your life?
I was born in Italy. I entered the convent of Santa Maria degli Angeli, Milan, where there I became a nun. I cultivate my musical talent and compose religious music.
Why were your pieces of works respected in their time and continue to be valued today?
I think it because I was one of the 5 women composers in the Renaissance era and they feared for my emotional and deep music.
What was your music composed for?
My music was composed for liturgic use in the convent. My music is noted for its expressive melodies, clear harmony, structures, and emotional depth.
You play motets. What are they?
A motet is a polyphonic work with 4 or 5 voice parts singing one religious text in Latin.
Thank you, Claudia, for being with us, and see you soon in our next podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Hello to the audience, we are Angel, Darío, Ainhoa and Sofía, and we are going to interview Leonora D'Este.
When were you born?
I was born in the 1562.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ferrara, Italy.
What are your parents' names?
They're called Alphonse D'Este and Lucrezia Borgia. My dad was a marquis and my mom a powerful noblewoman.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Corpus Domini, a convent located in Ferrara.
What did you work at?
I became a cloistered nun at the age of 8, an abbess at 18, and it was a compositor too.
That's amazing!
Do you like to be an abbess?
Yes, I like it, because from this way I could do the things I wanted most. Study and perform music without the distractions of motherhood or politics.
What type of music did you do?
I used to do motet.
What were your most notable works?
Felix Nemke, Sacra, and Ego Sam Panis Dai were my most notable works.
Oh, so interesting.
Okay, we just finished our podcast. Thanks for listening this interview. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, we are Elena, Jorge and Adriana, and today we will talk with the composer Maddalena Casulana.
Hello, I'm Maddalena Casulana. I was born in the 544 in Castle d'Elsa, Italy. My boyfriend was a hardware worker. I broke very beginning of the failed composer.
How many songs did you compose?
I composed the 66 songs. Some of them are ensemble lost concerto.
Do you play madrigals?
Yes, all of my songs are madrigals.
And what is a madrigal?
Madrigals are songs made in Italy.
Well, and that's it for today's podcast. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good morning, people. Today we are going to interview Paola Massarenghi.
Who are you, Paola?
Very well. Thanks you for inviting me to this podcast.
When and where were you born?
I was born on August 5th, 1565, in Parma, Italy.
What kind of music did you compose?
I used to compose profile music. I composed madrigals for 5 voices.
Can you tell us what a madrigal is?
Well, a madrigal is an Italian short poem, generally about love. It can be a cappella or accompanied by instruments.
How many compositions have you published?
I published many compositions. Today only one remains. Cuando espiega in segundo al Somo Padre.
Were there many female composers in your time?
There weren't many, but there were more than in the Middle Ages.
Thank you very much, Paola, for joining us on this podcast.
Thanks to you.
Bye bye.
Hello guys and welcome to our new podcast program. Today we are going to interview Sulpitia Cesis.
Hi guys, thank you very much for inviting me to this podcast.
Let's start. Can you tell us about yourself?
Of course, I am a composer in the Renaissance and I was born in the northern Italian region.
Interesting. Now, can you tell us about your musical career?
Yes, I am very well known because of my motets, which were written for religious services inside of the convent. My music is part of the rich tradition of sacred composition produced by women in the convents.
That's very interesting, but what is a motet?
It is a polyphonic composition born in the 3rd century that is sung in church, and its songs are biblical. They are songs for religious worship with 4 voices and Latin and a cappella.
Oh, that's really good. Now can you tell us about your legacy?
Sure. I am one of the first composers whose music was published during a period in which there weren't women composers.
That's so good. So, thank you very much for your attention. It has been a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.